Why are we normalizing fat people? Because being fat, being overweight is not normal. You can blame whatever factor you want to blame. But the truth comes down that you are lazy. I don't care. You can get triggered by this video, but you are lazy. Because if you actually wanted to fix the problem, you would do everything in your power to fix it. That is the truth. If someone said to you, you are going to get cancer. I'll give you an example. If someone said to you, you're going to get cancer, but you can do this, 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 and this to stop getting cancer, what would you do? You would immediately do those things. And it's the same thing. Just because we've normalized this body positivity shit, it's not normal. So you can find ways. You can invest in a coach. You can learn, gain knowledge. You can do everything. Improve your activity levels until you don't realize that it's an actual problem, because it will cost you later on in life. Then unfortunately, you're never going to change. So let's stop normalizing it, guys. Let's actually normalize being in shape, being healthy for our kids, our family, and more importantly, for our own health.
I don't know if this is like rage bait or what, trying to like spark up attention. And he's like, I don't care if you're triggered. The thing is, like, fat people have been targeted, like, if however long you've been fat, you've been targeted that amount of time. So it's going to take so much more than some random dude coming for you on the internet to trigger you. Like, first of all, let's start there. And again, just because you are fat or overweight, that does not automatically mean that you are unhealthy. Skinny people are unhealthy. Medium-sized people are unhealthy. There's multiple different types of people that could be unhealthy, okay? And again, being fat doesn't automatically just mean you're lazy. I'm so tired of these people with their generalizations and spreading their toxicness onto the internet for everybody to hear. And he's like, all these people, I don't care who it triggers. I feel like certain people make content and they make videos just to trigger people. But again, if you're fat, you've been bullied your whole life. So that's not super triggering.
Have you guys seen the girl making videos specifically just being super fat phobic, being like super anti-fat, anti-obese, whatever, that have been going around on TikTok and circulating around? So honestly, at first, when I first seen the first video, I was like, okay, there has to be more to this. Maybe this is a joke, whatever. So I looked more into it, and at first it seemed like it was just like inner motivation for being on a fitness journey, always making the effort to go to the gym, keeping that mindset for herself, saying, hey, do you want to look good on the beach this summer? Well, you're not going to do that if you don't go to the gym today. Or there was another time that it was raining, and she was like, I don't want to go to the gym because it's raining outside. And she was like, oh, well, do you want to be a fat bitch? So, those, I completely get it. I really do. But then there's this whole spiel about department stores not offering, 4X, 5X, and that being outrageous, and that obesity is a choice, and you got to want to get up and do something about it. And then there's additionally, some comments about there not being anything medical that could be wrong with you that would cause you to be obese, which is just a completely false statement, 100%. Truthfully, just in PCOS, unless you find the right cocktail of medications that regulate your PCOS, that can cause your weight to be up and down for years and years and years and years until you get it figured out. Regardless if you eat right and treat your body like a temple, regardless if you don't drink, regardless if you don't, if you go to the gym religiously. I just think it's absolutely insane. Because I 100% fall into the category that she's talking about. I am a plus-size girl, and honestly, I used to eat right. I used to go to the gym. Guess what? I wasn't much smaller than I am now. Because I haven't found the right cocktail for the things that are wrong with me in order to regulate that. And also, the correlation of your weight to your intimate life or your personal life is just crazy to me. Like saying, how can you be a confident person in your sex life with your spouse if you're obese? Honestly, talk about problems that you know about, because it doesn't sound like you know anything about this one. Honestly, I do agree with her on a couple things. Yes, okay, should obesity be made cool and the normal standard? No, it shouldn't. But some people don't choose to be obese. Obesity is not always a choice like she is making it out to be. Some people do the right things and try the right avenues, and it just doesn't work. I don't know. This is just a different perspective from the opposite side. It doesn't really have to be the way she's making it out to be, and it's not so cut and dry, to be honest. There are an ample list of different medical issues that can cause you to be obese. And also, obesity is a disease, much like alcoholism. Look it up if you don't believe me. Oh, and I'm just waiting for you fat phobic people to hop in these comments. And honestly, I'm just waiting on you guys to make any rude or ridiculous comments on this post, because honestly, I'm not the one. I'm not the better person. I will comment back, or better yet, I'll just delete your ass, and it's that simple. Bottom line, you can fucking be kind to people regardless how you feel about their size, because truthfully, their size is none of your business. And honestly, about the clothing line thing, if they don't want to provide clothes for larger people, that's fine. However, as a clothing business, you should design clothes for bigger people because it will make you more profit.
Also, the concept that because you're overweight, that you're automatically lazy is a stereotype, and it's not okay. There's so many things that people do and say to us thicker folks, and it's sometimes I wonder, like, are you even thinking about what you're saying, or are you just saying it because, you know, the stuff that should be coming out of your pooper is coming out of your mouth? You know, the sugar honey iced tea you should be pooing out is coming out as content on the internet. It's honestly despicable, the things that people say. And again, just because you're thick does not mean you're lazy. It doesn't automatically translate to that. There could be health conditions. You could be a bigger bone, you know, it could be your genetics. There's so many other things that go into it. Now, are some people lazy and fat? Yeah, but are some people lazy and skinny? Yeah, you know, some people can eat so much, and they have a high metabolism. So your metabolism might be slower. It doesn't automatically just mean that you're that you're lazy. So that's fat phobic as well.
Fat phobia has become so normalized in our society that people are starting to confuse cruelty towards others with genuine concern. And it's becoming a problem. Being fat does not automatically mean that someone is unhealthy. And I think we need to be adults about this for 1 second. You cannot look at somebody and diagnose them. You don't actually know anything about someone's health just by looking at them. More so, thin people also get diabetes, heart problems, high cholesterol, eating disorders. Health is not one specific body type. And even if someone is unhealthy, I don't know when we decided it was okay for strangers online to just become fake doctors. Because if you actually cared about somebody's health, I don't think you'd be going online telling somebody that they're fat and ugly and they're gonna die. Like, we live in a culture that already treats fat people like they're the before of a before and after picture. Like cautionary tales of something you would never want to be. So when you say that you're really just concerned about the health of these random people, like, let's be serious for 2 fucking seconds. Being cruel to someone is not showing concern. Pretending that it is doesn't make you morally superior. It just makes you mean. So before you comment on somebody's body, and especially a stranger on the internet, I encourage you to ask yourself why you care so much. Because it's probably not actually about health.
This is going to be a hot take. I like being fat. And before y'all come for me saying, being fat isn't healthy, I never said being fat was healthy. I said I liked myself better fat. I'm more confident fat. I have boobs. I have a butt. I have a waist. And I don't have to worry about staying skinny. Okay? I like being fat. Somebody who's lived in a smaller body and a bigger body than I'm in right now, I like being fat. Okay, I like myself, I look at myself, and I enjoy it better. It's not healthy, and I'm not condoning being overweight. Actually, on the contrary, I don't recommend it, okay, on your body. But I do like myself better fat. It is what it is. And I think more of us need to admit that we actually enjoy living in a plus-size body. I said what I said.
And exactly, all of us aren't, oh my gosh, dreaming, I wish I was thinner, I wish I was this. Some of us are happy at the size that we're at. And if you're not happy at the size that you're at, that's fine. That's on you. But you don't have to put that on other people. You don't have to put that on us, or just assume because I'm overweight or someone's overweight, that they're unhappy, that they're depressed, that they're lonely, all of these things, because it's not necessarily true. And that is also fat phobic. Leave us alone. We don't go talking about you guys all the time, but for some reason it's like fat people just live on your mind like we're living rent free. As much as you guys think about us, we should be millionaires because we live in rent free in your mind, you know? You should start charging or something. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, for all my fat and fabulous people out there, like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will be back again. There's one video after this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Yep, fat people are lazy. Or else that's what I used to think before I become the big girl. So I used to think that it was diet and exercise. That's all that affected your weight. And if you didn't have control over those, then that's why you were big. It took me getting to what is clinically considered obese due to medication side effects to realize that not everybody who is overweight is lazy or eats like crap. So think about that.